Good morning everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So what can we say? Big up, big down, big confusion, but the move down at the beginning of the week was really just a pullback. So a couple of things have transpired. So firstly, the oscillators have come off the top and they have crossed over. The fast moving oscillators in the process of crossing over now, far apart from each other. So that indicates a continuation of the upside. One thing that is impacting that view is the fact that we are testing the underside of this channel. So we did get the first target on the channel break to the halfway down the channel. And the other target is all the way down the bottom here at 48.6, but I would have assumed that 4100 would have held up price as well. So let's just quickly move through the levels just to get to what we want to trade. On the 3 hour, you can see a nice grouping of the oscillators. Not quite on a level, but no, hindsight being a perfect science. Again, if you look to the left and you look for an area where there's lots of tails on a level, it would be the swing low here, and you can see that's kind of where we ended. Now, what I want to do here is just do that. And this one here, we can delete. Right, let's just get to the hour and then I'll explain what I'm doing. So first things first, yesterday I gave you this block and said a break above this block to the downside gives us a move to the downside, a break to the upside gives us a move to the upside. So as you can see, let's rather just extend it. We pretty much stayed inside that block until the I think it was the first hour or second hour of the open, and then we broke through it. Didn't really come back and test it, but you can see we've broken through the moving averages. We've looks like we've got a crossover on the moving averages now as well. So I would be looking for longs, either on a pullback, and I think we can use this level now. I can do that. Right, so I'd be looking for a pullback back to 4150. Build a base from there and then break up, but we are in a consolidation pattern. It is also a flag, and what I do want to point out on this flag is something pretty interesting. So you can see this was the channel that we're moving down in. You can see we broke the channel to the downside. So I often say to you guys, the probability of it breaking. So we're in a bull trend with a bear channel. So that is a flag. In fact, it's going to come to the 3 hour. It's a bit easier to see. So, and we can delete that. So here we have the pretty strong bull trend, and we sort of go into a consolidation phase, which is pretty much a flag. Okay, so flag, and we get a break of the flag, we look for a retest, and then we look for an extension that is pretty much from the bottom here to here. So in the S&P's case, we are looking for another 2,400 pips to the upside. Now, that's probably going to take us to 4,500 area. So that is the structure that we have. But if you just look at the hour, and I often say to you guys, the break to the downside, if you break a flag like this in the opposite direction of what it's intended to go, there is a 25% probability that it's going to continue and a 75% probability that it is going to reverse and move to the upside. And that is exactly what has transpired here. So we broke below it, got back in, came back. There's your test. There's your confirmation. And then your second confirmation is a break above, the range here, which is here. Okay, so bear that in mind. When you see this kind of pattern, the higher probability traders to the upside. That's why you could quite easily have put in a limit order above this tail here, as I said to you yesterday, with a stop below. And if it got triggered, you were pretty much in the pound seat. Probability of it moving to the downside, there was still a downside target here on the other channel break, but it would have held up somewhere along the line because we are in a pretty strong bull trend. Anyway, at the moment we have this bit of an exhaustion bar at the top of what I am now assuming. So for me, I want to delete that. Right, so what I am now assuming, and it starts there to there, and we're going to just bring it down a little bit to there. I'm now assuming that we are in a consolidation pattern, so we need to break above the high of yesterday for continuation to the upside. So for me, I'm looking for pullbacks, and the one that is interesting me the most at the moment is 41.50. So any sort of pullback into 41.50 gets me long, and we're looking for a break of this level at the top here, which is 41.76. First target, still the same as what it has been for quite some time. It is 4,200. I do expect us to get there and probably come off, find some support on one of these tails here, and then have another attempt at it. And that could very well happen today. So yeah, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.